Okay, next thing is Setup-Qemu image naming. Very important. So whenever you want to use any image in Setup-Ng, so you need to follow some rules. It means the folder name has to be like this. If you want to use ASA, either ASA virtual image, so the name has to be in small letter ASA, either in ASA V with dash. Rest of them you can put anything, but the folder name has to be like this. And for virtual image, the name has to be like this one, VIRTIOA. And if you are using normal SA image, so the name has to be HDA. This is the inside folder name. And this is the vendor, Cisco SA. And this is the folder name. So very important, you need to strictly follow this rule. Otherwise, your image will not run. So these are every company image detail. You can see a lot of whatever you want to use, and you can go to Setup-Ng website to find out other images naming as well. Let me show you one example. If I go to Venice CP, and what is my Eve IP, which is 163. So new site, and let me type 192.168.114.163, and root is the username and password is EVE. I can save this one. File protocol has to be SFTP, port number has to be 22, and you can save the setting and also say save password as well, and okay. So now we save and click login and click yes. So first time let me increase. So this left side, which you can see, this is my system side, and this one is Setup-Ng. So I need to go to up arrow, I need to go to OPT, I need to go to unit lab, adds on, and Qemu. This is the right place to put the images. Most of the images you need to put here. I told you that the image name has to be, the folder name has to be like this. Let me give them a different name. So let me create a folder and with the name ASA, and let me give the full permission and okay. And let me drag the, and they say that the inside file name has to be HDA. So we already download images. If I go to images, if I have ASA image here, if I don't have, I can download ASA image as well. So I already told you what we can do. I can go back to that image link, and let's download ASA image from here. So I told you you can download all the images from here. So let me go back, and I need to search for ASA image. So let's go down. This is C, and ASA has this one. So let's download ASA this image. So right click and download. So it will take some time to download, and if you see the file name, the folder name start from ASA dash, and that's what we say, that the folder name has to be ASA dash, and rest of them you can put anything. And inside file name has to be HTA, which is HTA. QCOW2 is the extension. But I just want to show you, suppose if I change the inside file name, so the ASA image will run or not. I will change the folder name, so it will run or not. That's what I want to show you. So the images download, let's go to download. Yeah, that's the image. Let me open the folder and let me drag them to my Setup-Ng lab folder. So let's go there, and where is the ASA image? This one. Right click and 7-zip. Let me extract here. So let me extract. So I cannot use this folder direct straight away, because the folder inside there is another folder, and this the image. So let me drag this image here, and let's see if it is work or not. Because the folder name is, I give them ASA and capital. Either I can give any other name, suppose ASA image. This the name I give them. And let me apply one command. Every time when you do changes, so you need to apply evng fix permission command. You can search and you can copy this command and apply here. Let me log in here, root and EVE, and go to edit and paste and enter. Now let me go back and see that I can use this ASA or not. So let's go. There is no ASA showing. You see why? Everything is okay. Inside file name is okay, but the only reason is the outside folder name is wrong. evng say that the folder name has to be ASA, and I give them ASA something else and also an uppercase. So that's why it's not showing me here. This is ASA and this is ASA virtual. Both of them are grayed out. So let me go back and change the name F2 to this, sorry, to ASA. Copy. They say the file name, the folder name has to be ASA. So let me change the name to ASA. Rest of them, you can give them any name. So in my case, the version I'm using is 9.1.5. So I can give this name, it's okay. But the first letter before the dash has to be similar by rule, this one. And now let me apply the permission command again. And this time if I try to check out, so it has to be there. You see now it's okay. Cisco SA is in blue color now. This one. But before it was not showing, and now it's showing me here as well. Now let's go to another thing. I told you the inside file name has to be HDA. Can I give them inside file name something else? So let me change the name to HDA001 and let me apply the permission command. Do you think it will run? No. So if I go back and go to node, so ASA is showing up, even as showing here because the folder name is correct. But if I start, let me start, so it will show no bootable device error. And let's see what it's showing us. So I start ASA image and you will see it will not work. So keep in mind, you need to follow this rule. The folder name and Qemu image name which is inside the folder. It has to be like this. So in the case of ASA, it has to be HDA. In the case of ASA virtual image, the name has to be VIRTIOA. So in the case of big IP, the name has to be like this one. And similar Aruba, the name has to be HDA and HDB. In the case of CSR, the name has to be like this. In the case of Firepower, the name has to be like this. In the case of Fortinet, the name has to be like this. In the case of ICE, the name has to be, these are the name, inside file name and the folder name, which you need to follow strictly. Otherwise, your device will not work. So let's go. You can see it's booting up, but it will show you error. Now you can see it's not working and it will show you that there is no bootable device. And the reason is because the inside file name is wrong. This time the folder name is okay, but inside we gave them HDA001, and by evng the name has to be HDA. So that's why it's very important to follow this rule. Otherwise your image will not run, either it will not work. So it's still working, and let me show you these images. So this is Cisco SA image. Big IP, clear pass has to be HDA and HDB. Fortinet, I told you, most of the time it's like VIRTIOA. And maybe if you require two images, then it should be B as well. So most of them are like this one. Like a wireless LAN controller is different. The name has to be this one. In the case of wireless LAN controller, and window the name has to be HDA, or maybe the other image, Windows Server, and also XRV, router and switches name. And ASA I already told you, okay. And these are some vendors, okay, folder naming. So the naming is like a ASA, because I'm using ASA. In case of big IP, you can give big IP dash, and rest of them you can type anything. It's okay. In the case of clear pass, the first letter has to be clear pass and not even in uppercase. I already show you it was not working. And like a Cisco WSA, the name has to be this one. In the case of ESA, the folder name has to be this one, and rest of them you can type anything in uppercase or lowercase, whatever. Like a checkpoint, and checkpoint firewall, the first digit has to be this one, and rest of them you can type anything in uppercase or in lowercase. In the case of firepower, so the first digit has to be like this, and rest of them you can type anything. So I type FMC in uppercase or lowercase. It's okay. In the case of Fortinet, so the first digit has to start from Fortinet. Rest of them is FortiGate firewall, so I give them FGT. The other one is FortiAnalyzer, so I give them FAZ. And FortiMail, so I give them mail. It can be an upper or lower, but these digit has to match before the dash, okay, and eyes and so many other. So please follow this rule strictly. You see, no bootable device. The reason is that inside file name is wrong. So let me fix this file name HDA, and let me apply the fix permission command, okay. And now let's go back and open a new ASA image. So if I open a new ASA image and click save and start this one, so I hope so this image will work. And this image was before which there was an error. So let me stop this one because it's not working, and let me delete this one. So when I drag a new image, so that one will work. And now you see it's booting up properly, and after a while it will show and it will boot up, because this time I follow the same procedure. I give the folder name ASA, which is this one, ASA 91.5. I can give anything after ASA, and the inside file name is HDA, which they mention. If NG say that the file name has to be HDA. So keep in mind, sometime when we download a file, so this HDA will change, maybe HDA 001 or maybe something else. So you need to rename them. Also, normally students do a mistake. If I have a folder and inside I have again a folder in this file, again it will not work. This file has to be directly in one folder, and that folder is ASA. If I have ASA folder, again I have another ASA folder, and inside that ASA folder I have HDA, still it will not work. So you need to keep in mind. So now it's booting up and it's working properly because I follow the naming, okay. Keep in mind, these are the EVE-NG naming. These are the folder name, and these are the inside QCOW2 image name.